Hi, I am Dr. Deidre Sorrell of Synergy Wellness Therapeutic Services in Waldorf, Maryland, and I am so excited to introduce my new book to you, and it's titled The Hole in My Heart. And this book is so special, and I want to tell you why it's so important for you to purchase this book for yourself, for your family, or your students, or your clients, or a kid that you know. So, just to tell you a little bit about me, I am a trained school psychologist. I have 18 years of experience in DC public schools, and now I have a private practice in Waldorf, Maryland, and I work with kids of all ages. I work with teenagers, and I also work with adults and families. And one issue that I see over and over again is I deal with issues with parent abandonment. So I have children who are dealing with parent abandonment, and they have just a myriad of emotional issues, behavioral problems, learning issues, and other issues because they miss one or both of their parents. Now, parental abandonment is different from parental loss due to death or due to military deployment or due to some sort of work assignment or even due to incarceration. Parental abandonment is due to the parent not raising the child for whatever reason. So this is a child who knows they have a dad or a mom somewhere, but they don't have contact with the parent. The parent doesn't reach out to them. The child has no way to talk to the parent. They just know that they have a parent, but the parent is not in their life. And this book addresses that because it's such a huge problem, but I couldn't really find too many books that address that specifically. The reason why this book is so important is because it deals with shame. And shame is defined as letting an experience, a negative experience, define who you are, define what you think about yourself, define what you think about others. And this book addresses that. And when a child reads this book, they're able to identify with the main character in the book, TJ, and they're able to go through a journey with TJ as TJ TJ goes through his emotions and he feels the sadness and he realizes that he's having some issues because he misses his father. And he reaches out to his school counselor. Well, actually, the teacher refers him to the school counselor and also the school psychologist. And what ends up happening is TJ works with the mental health professionals in the school, and he's part of a wonderful club of kids, girls and boys, who have also been dealing with parental abandonment, and they find a way to really just search inside of their hearts and identify the love that they already have in their lives, and also just sort of learn how to fill that hole in their hearts so that they're able to do well in school and they're able to behave and they're able to be full functioning kids that will grow into full functioning adults. So what I want you to do is just know that the goal of this book is not to replace therapy, because therapy is a very intimate relationship between the client and the therapist. And when I say intimate, that's confidential, meaning that they talk about feelings, they talk about thoughts, and this is something that's confidential and definitely between the client and the therapist. So this book does not take the place of therapy, but what it does is it opens the door to therapy. So it allows the child to think about what TJ went through and think about how they can identify their own feelings and get help themselves. This is a book that allows adults to understand shame and understand how it may manifest in a child. So these are the goals of the book. I want to let you know that this book is available on Amazon.com. So if you go on Amazon right now and type in The Hole in My Heart, or just type in my name, this will pop up. The book is only $11.99, not much, but this will definitely a book that can be really a life changer for students who need it. The book is beautifully illustrated, very colorful, and it's the type of book that a child who's going through this can truly relate to. And another good thing about the book is that there's a note to caregivers and educators about the issue of abandonment and shame, and then discussion questions in the back of the book. And then I even talk about the Heart Fillers Club and what I can do in terms of going out to schools and organizations to speak and to begin just starting the conversation with students and kids who have these needs. I also want to let you all know that I also have my first book, The Germ, for sale, and it's $9.99 on Amazon. And this is a book that talks about racism and how to talk to children about racism and diversity. Another point that I want to make is that all of my books are multicultural. Now, the main characters in my books are African American because I'm African American, but my books are written and illustrated so that every single child can see themselves in the book. So if you look at The Hole in My Heart, you can see that there are children of different backgrounds, because parental abandonment and parentlessness is not something that's specific to one community. This is a problem that goes across all racial and cultural backgrounds. And I want everyone to understand that when you consider this book. This book also is not an attempt to state that fathers aren't doing their jobs, because we know that that's not true. Mothers can also abandon their children as well. And this book addresses that. So this is a problem that's not specific to any one gender or any one race. This is a problem that unfortunately is a problem with us as human beings. And The Hole in My Heart is something that I'm hoping that will help children to fill that hole in their hearts so that they can move on with their lives and they can do well. So again, I am Dr. Deidre Sorrell, owner of Synergy Wellness Therapeutic Services in Waldorf, Maryland. Thank you so much for listening to my little commercial about my book. Please run over to Amazon right now and check out The Hole in My Heart. Also, check out The Germ. Thank you so much. Thank you for your support, and I ask that you please like this video, please share it, and please just support by buying a book. And forward this on to people that you know that might benefit from the book. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.